Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Arkansas at home found themselves down 38-24 at halftime to UNC-Greensboro, who's good, but not good enough that they should be going into the Bud Walton Arena and beating up on an Arkansas team that's ranked top 15 in the country. Guys, I'm going to start with Jerel. I'm going to start to you on this one. What is the thing that Arkansas is doing that is the most concerning at this point? They're losing 78-72. They're shooting 4 for 23 from three. It's another must team that's struggling in November. Is this just kind of what they do at this point in the year?
I feel like it's become a ongoing trend kind of for those teams over the last couple of years since Coach Musselman's been there. One of the things that's really cool though about that is that they're another team I feel like over the last few years that you don't have to worry about. They're kind of late starters. They get going usually down the stretch of the second half of the season, and I know he does a great job and has a big background in it. But man, guys improve under him throughout the course of the year. I think that's really big in college basketball, especially once we get to going into these holiday breaks and Christmas time and Thanksgiving. I'm sure all the guys that played at that level know that's kind of the worst thing that you want to hear is that no more classes and you're the only team that's still left on campus. But those are hours that kind of benefit you, man, because you don't have to worry about going into school. And usually you see guys that are on the roster kind of separate themselves and take that next step. And I think Arkansas is going to be the same way. Traditionally they don't shoot the ball from outside well. Traditionally they don't have a ton of guys that can knock down shots always. But one of the things that's a little bit concerning is that I think one of their best offenses has been their offensive rebounding. They go after the glass hard. They're really athletic. They go get extra possessions, and that really helps them. And they struggle with that a little bit tonight, and really to start off the season. But I think they'll pick it up and they'll be fine.
Goodman, you called this, man. You called it way back when they got all of these commits back in what was it, in April? They landed like the first five guys that entered the portal must went out and got. And you said they don't have enough shooting. They shot 4 for 23 tonight. Is this just you being prescient? Are you just going to try to tell us that you know ball better than anybody else knows ball? What happened here?
No, because I did pick St. Mary's to go to the Final Four, but you throw enough darts, you hit
these tonight, man.
you hit a few. So they were 2 for 20 to start from three, and I do worry that I don't think they have it. Their best shooter is the kid Joe Pinion coming off the bench, but he can't get off the bench because he can't really guard. So they got a bunch of really good athletes. I think on certain nights they're going to shoot it well enough, and like Jerel said, they're super athletic. They get after you. They did not do anything on the offensive glass tonight. And against UNCG, they need to. But again, the Langleys, super athletic. We're going to hopefully talk to them here in a couple minutes. But I think ultimately Arkansas has got to make enough shots. And yes, it takes them time to get going, but you got to come out of the gates a little bit better than this.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit worried about them. At the same time, this is kind of what Muss does, right? This is kind of what Arkansas does. They play some of these early games. They struggle through some of these early games. Like I've said this before on the show. Like when Muss figures out where he's able to win mismatches and where he's able to go to somebody that can't be guarded, he just goes to that over and over and over and over and over again. But it kind of takes him sometimes like a month, 2 months. Last year, it took them 3 months before they figured out like what worked for them and how they were able to go out and win games. So I think this is just kind of part of the process for them. It's unfortunate that they had to lose a home game to kind of figure some of this stuff out. And honestly, you could talk about the shooting, you could talk about the offensive rebounding. They gave up 78 points at home, Jerel. We talked about it with Michigan. Like, you can't give up 78 points at home when you're playing against a team that you're supposed to be able to overmatch.
No, absolutely, and you're talking about a UNC-Greensboro team that's coming in and shooting almost 50% from the field at that. And like we said, they were able to keep them off the offensive glass and punish them on the other end. They didn't shoot it spectacular from three. They were 9-24, so that's not the only reason that they lost. But they just got outplayed tonight, and 6 offensive rebounds at home. And giving up 78 points at home is not kind of their culture and what they've been doing for them to have success over the last couple of years. So they got to get back to doing that. They got to guard people. They got to be nasty. They got to be physical. They got to be fast, and they got to attack the glass. That's what Arkansas wins games at. That's the team. That's the only way this team is getting back up there and having the opportunity to compete in the SEC for a championship this year.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.